Like sugar on my tongue. Your body so sweet. Invite me if you come.
Excuse me. My bad, I don't mean to bother you. I ain't gonna lie, you gorgeous. What's your name?
Sir, I'm not interested.
You didn't even look at me.
I hate men. I hate all men.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You're like a feminist?
No, I just hate men.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. You're very gorgeous. What's your name? Well, she hates men. I might as well. You feel me? Like.
We all hate.
Oh, you all hate? I'm gonna just walk away. Okay? How about that?
I've had women that are the #1 in the world, better than any man at something, and miserable on every antidepressant you can imagine. Because it's hard to love yourself when you're not being yourself. Most of our cultures taught women that masculinity is more powerful than femininity, which is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. There's no question true feminine energy, not fake manipulated feminine energy, has more power than masculine energy always has.
This guy who used to, it was this older bear, and he was get out of all these little twinks. I love this guy. And then I was watching one, and a twink flipped him on the back, and knees up, everything, which great, you know, cool, but distraught. I was like, oh, my man, like he was such a top. And then, but that's great. Like I'm so all for express yourself however you want to, but it is like
not us. We believe in gender roles.
I know. I feel like I had to say that.
This is not a woke podcast, Emma. Okay.
I had a really hard time with it. I was like, what the? It's nothing real. Like, and then I couldn't take him credibly in the other ones just because like the way he bottomed, I was like legs folded up, like he knew how to like take that cum.
What usually happens, because modern women are thinking that men are, you know, kind of sitting in the house alone, just in a dark room. And sometimes I guess you might be if you're thinking about some stuff. And I would actually honestly and truly encourage that. There's a lot of men out here that are checking out and choosing peace, right? So what's happening is a man is getting home. My house is quiet. I don't have a lot of drama going on, a lot of chaos, no foolishness, nobody texting me with a bunch of attitude, no nonsense, none of that. I ain't gotta try to show up, prove myself to somebody that don't like me. I don't have to do all of that. They said, well, you know, you're not a man anymore. No, I just avoid foolishness. That's really all it is. I'm just avoiding the nonsense. That's it. I'm not out here trying to disrespect nobody. I'm not out here trying to give nobody no grief. I'm not out here trying to act crazy with nobody. I'm just trying to avoid foolishness.
This got this man so much attention from girls at a party, and it was so simple. He just wore a shirt that had like a funny little saying on it that just got girls talking to him because it was like cute, funny, and then it makes a guy seem like he's already funny, even if he's not, because you're like, oh, you liked that joke, I like it too. What it says on it, some people will like, some people won't. It said, that's I'm in. I loved it because it was like just playful, funny, and then everyone just kept making little jokes about it, and then it just brought all the girls talking to him. They're like, what does your shirt say? Oh my god, I love that. And then just every girl was talking to him. So I'm just saying, having a cute little funny joke on your shirt, that hits, and it starts conversation. It's like an easy way to just get girls to come up and talk to you. I mean, what's better than that?
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. And it's funny that she's talking about a man and a shirt, but a lot of women really like a man in a suit. And today's sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle, really completes that look. These guys are family owned, been doing it since 2009, and have completely reinvented how belts should work. So instead of those holes that you have on your belt, I know I have them on mine that have been there for a long time. Anson uses this micro adjustable track system with they're like 1/4 inch increments. So the belt is going to fit perfectly every time. That's what I love about it. You don't have to guess. It fits every single time. And because you have this micro adjustable track system, it's going to give you that perfect fit every single time. And trust me, after you try one of these belts, you're not going to want to go back to the belt that you had before. And one of the biggest things for me is you can mix and match any buckle with any strap. So you're always going to have that belt that's going to match your outfit perfectly without having to go out there and buy dozens of belts that are going to clutter up your closet like me, right? Ever since receiving these belts, I have about 10 or 15, and I'm not joking with you, 10 or 15 belts in there that I can remove because, like I said, you can mix and match belt buckles and straps to get different combinations. And another thing that I would add is it's not just about, oh, I look good. It's not just about style. It's about feeling more comfortable, confident. I would say confident, and just an overall sense of feeling more polished in what you wear. You know what I mean? Anson belts adjust. They adjust with you throughout the day. So whether you might be standing a lot, you might be sitting, or you might be on the move, whatever you're doing, you're always comfortable, and then you always look sharp doing that. And once you try this thing, trust me, you will not go back to your old belt. For what? The thing is obsolete. Why would you try to struggle and twist and turn when this thing, click, and you're going on about your day? And if you're like me, I'm pretty skeptical about a lot of stuff, but these guys are family owned and operated. And when I look at the reviews, I think they have somewhere around 40,000 plus 5-star reviews. When I look at that, I'm like, oh, family owned, been in business since 2009. It makes me trust that they're going to do me right. And because Anson Belt and Buckle is sponsoring today's video, when you click the link in the description or scan the QR code to build a box set, you'll get 2 bonus pieces, a buckle and a strap, completely free. That's 3 buckles and 3 straps, which can be mixed and matched into 9 unique belt combos, all in one box. It's an exclusive deal you won't get anywhere else. So click the link, build your set, and upgrade your belt game today.
Turn up the radio, blast your stereo live. You wanna hate on us, we envy us. I know a lot of hating on us, but it's not so fabulous. I'ma be real on us, nobody got nothing on us. Love me all on us, from London back down to the US. We rockin' this contagious, monkey business outrageous. Just confess your girl admits that we FRESHAP fresh, DEF, that's right, we definite. We definite, BEP, we reppin' it. So turn me up, turn me up, turn me up. Come on, baby, just pump it.
You know, I think the thing that a lot of men are tired of is modern women continue to demand chivalry, but they're not respecting the man being chivalrous. You know, a man might open the door and she'll act annoyed with the man, right? It's like it's offensive. He did something wrong. The man will pay for dinner and she act like that's the bare minimum. Like, you can't demand traditional effort, a traditional lifestyle from a man while mocking him, while acting like, even, and some women are like, oh, well, that's just how I am. That's just how I was raised. I didn't mean to do that. Maybe so, but even at that, the way that you're acting and the way that you're portraying yourself, you need to get a hold of that, because the way that you put yourself out there, a man is going to think, oh, she really don't like that. Oh, she really, you know, that's not something that she's into. So let me pull back. I guess I'll go in a different direction. And then you get surprised that he stopped doing the stuff that you wanted him to do secretly, because you the only one know what's in your mind. But the way you was acting was like, well, I really don't like that. I want this type of man. You got to get it together.
Let me be. When you move like that on me, let me be. Don't stop, don't talk, just feel, let me be. Yeah, right there, move. No stress, no rules. You're always talking, I'm cool.
low light, just one drink. Your body moving on beat, slow.
Say you feel it,
I feel it.
say you ready.
I'm ready.
Let me be,
Let me be, let
me be.
when you grind that
Did you guys know that studies just found that a man grabbing a bill and paying it is actually an aphrodisiac? I'm the one that did the study.
Oh, that's so weird. Is that why these women put those men right in the friend zone? Is that why a lot of women call it bare minimum and don't even say thank you for the meal that he paid for? Is that why so many men will pay for the date and then get ghosted afterwards? Weird.
And what modern women are not understanding is that they keep on asking for a good man. Why can't I find a good man? Where is a good man at? Yada, yada, yada. A lot of these men be standing right in front of your face. They'll always be there. And you get comfortable with the man always being there. And you start taking the man for granted. And then one day he realizes, me being here doesn't really mean anything to her. Me giving her all of these things doesn't really mean anything to her. She doesn't appreciate what I'm doing. Why am I still here? So then when he actually leaves and he don't come back, all of a sudden you confused because the man is finally choosing himself. The man is finally choosing peace versus messing around with you. And the window that you had to do right is all of a sudden closed. And y'all don't understand, good men can get tired too. They get tired of getting disrespected, and a lot of times it might not necessarily be, oh, I was outright disrespecting him, calling him crazy to his face. But just the fact that you don't appreciate anything that he does. I never get a thank you, never get any cards from you, nothing ever, for literally decades. And you expect me to keep on doing that with no appreciation. That's a you problem.
Something interesting happens when a woman stops trying to prove her value. The dynamic between her and a man quietly changes. At the beginning, many women naturally give a lot, attention, care, emotional presence. But something interesting happens when a woman shifts focus back to herself, when she stops trying to prove her value, when she returns to her own life, direction, her standards. Suddenly, the man feels something he has never felt before. Uncertainty. And uncertainty often creates pursuit, because now he has to move toward her instead of simply receiving her. And that's usually the moment a man begins to realize she might actually be the one worth chasing.
And so who I thought men were was really heartbreaking for me, because I needed them, right? There's, when women really admit it, men pay attention to a woman in a way that no number of women can. There's so much you can cause, and it's independent, by the way, of orientation. One man that you can count on gives a woman a sense of safety that can change her whole life. It can take one man in a room full of 200 women. Someone came to my husband's celebration of life just to say, I never spoke to Greg, but I'm here to represent all the women in our course who, because he was there and how he was being, we were safe. Look around, find Greg, and go, okay, everything's gonna be good.
And a lot of these modern women, what they want, what their entitlement and their unrealistic standards is, they want a man who's finished. They want a man who's stable, right? I want a successful man. But what do you offer? Well, I can offer you confusion. I can offer you an attitude. I can offer you having to work hard the rest of your life and then be happy about it. That's what I can argue. That's what I can offer you. I can offer you at the most inconvenient times for you that I have a headache. My stomach hurts. A rat is underneath my armpit and won't come out of. Just any excuse not to do what you've signed up and committed and promised to do. See, modern women don't really have a problem telling you and reminding you of the things that you promised. But when you say, okay, this is what you promised me. Yeah, but I'm not about to let myself be mishandled. Mishandled? How? Well, I just don't feel like it, and you trying to force me to do it. Well, modern women will figure out any way not to do what they're supposed to be doing, but hold you to what you said you would do.
Why not me? Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of damn Cape. Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and save me.
No. She's strong. No. She's strong. Don't save her, she don't wanna be saved. Those were the words that my homie would say. Back when we were young and tight, you were sucking up every day and night. She's independent, screaming out that love away, while taking pictures of the food on your plate. She's independent, saying I don't need no kids, rather have a cat now and sip on some fish. She's independent, but now you're 50 years old, got sores in your feet, all those wrinkles and rolls. She hit the wall. How you gonna ask for a savior when every man that came you pushed away for later, saying I am the super girl, but you burned all your bridges wanting diamonds and pearls. Tried to explain what you said, he was an incel. Broken rain.
Hi. Hey, what's up? Okay, which school are you in? Palmetto. Okay. Senior. High school.
Middle school.
You think this is funny?
Yes.
It's not. That ass nobody's laughing. You guys are laughing when we're stuck in an elevator. So just shut up so I can fix this. Okay? Like, I don't know any of you guys. And you guys are so f***ing mature. And you guys are fat because you can't walk down the stairs, obviously.
Yes.
Right? So just shut up and let me fix this, okay? Like, laugh all you want, but we're stuck in an elevator. So, hey! Okay, let me get it. No.
Somehow, this video continues to be referenced as some sort of example of a woman's worst fear. Being stuck in an elevator with 8 men. So I basically just wanted to show you guys the full video, again, showing that these are boys and that they are in high school. There's some people upset about how immature these men are being. Yeah, because they're not men. They're boys. Like, what do you expect from them? I believe it's a true example of how a woman can act any which way she wants, even from a young age. And guess what? That gets excused. Because that girl, you know, she can have a full-blown panic attack and she can say whatever insult she wants at those boys. And we need to just understand that she's scared. But then the boys, there's just no reason why they should be making jokes. Do you guys see the double standard? I hope so.
A lot of these modern women are going to have to understand that you're going to have to start taking some sort of accountability and facing some sort of consequence for your actions, right? A lot of these modern women get out here and they want to cut up. They want to act crazy. They want to do their thing. Want to act silly. But then when the consequences come around, which by the way, whenever that happens, a man in a lot of these situations has to be accountable for the things that he's doing. But a woman, you hear from her, I'm just a girl. I didn't even know. I thought that, you know, this would, I don't know what happened. But can you fix it as the man? No, I'm not going to continue to fix your problems. At some point in time, this is what men are looking for. At some point in time, I want you to see the error of your ways. Nobody is perfect. That much is true. But I want you to stop behaving in this pattern consistently, where you continue to put me in a bad spot. And I got to deal with your consequences because you were acting stupid. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but you went out there and ran your mouth. And now you want me to fight this guy. This guy's 6'3", 250. And you want me to go over there and get knocked out, get knocked over a bar, get knocked into an alcohol shelf or something like that. You want me to go out, man? Come on, dog.
5, 4, 3. Here. Excuse me. If I hit on your friend here in front of you guys, would that embarrass you? Would you be embarrassed if I did that?
I don't know. No, you didn't hear me, sorry.
Oh, you didn't hear me? No. I just think your friend's absolutely gorgeous. You all look amazing, but she's like totally my type. Are you from here? What's the accents? Where am I picking up on these accents?
Guys, I'm from Ukraine.
Ukraine. Привет.
Yes.
Yeah, I only know swears other than that.
Okay.
You live here? When did you move?
4 years.
4 years ago. Right on. Can you teach me some more Ukraine?
No, not right now. I don't want
No, not right now. I gotta go. I'm going home. Over coffee, we should.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So let's fix that. You put your number in my phone and we'll chat.
You don't promise to work wherever you work?
You can say no. It makes no difference to me. I just think you're cool. You have good energy. I feel like you'd be interesting.
What's the motive tonight?
5, 4, 3. Here. Have a great night.
You know, you have a lot of men out here choosing peace. Really, honestly and truly. It doesn't matter if a man is in a relationship or a man is, currently pursuing a relationship or a man doesn't have a relationship at all. It doesn't matter, right? Men have come to the point to where, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. There's no reason for me to continue feeling like this every day. I should not have to come home from work. And it's gotten to the point to where it's not even me coming home from work. I could be at work. And even it's gone beyond me being at work. Start my day with foolishness. You help me to start my day with foolishness. Men are tired of that. I start my day with foolishness. From the night before, you had something silly going on. I get up in the morning, you still have foolishness going on. I'm at work in the middle of the day, you still got foolishness going on. At the end of the day, I come home when I should be eating dinner, watching the game, still got foolishness going on. All points and parts during the day, you've got foolishness going on. Why in the world would I want to be around them? Y'all don't care about it because you like keeping up mess. You like drama. You like to be the center of attention. Modern women, I'll take drama. I'll take this attention, this validation, however I can get it. But men are not that way. A lot of men are not that way. They don't like that type of stuff. But you're going to keep on doing that. And you're going to wonder why a man is like, you know what? I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to be a part of this nonsense. I'm just going to stay single. I'm not going to be part of this. I don't have to do this. You're wondering why. You're going to be asking where the men are. Staying far away from
Divorcing the nice guy is one of the hardest positions to be in because nothing looks bad enough. He's not reckless, he's not a monster, he's decent, he works hard, other people like him, and that's exactly why you feel stuck. There's no big blow-up story, no dramatic betrayal, no headline moment you can point to and say, that's why. So when you say that you're unhappy, people look confused and you start questioning yourself. You think, is this enough of a reason? Am I being really ungrateful? Should I just try harder? Because when you're divorcing the nice guy, you feel like you need to justify it. But here's the thing that doesn't get said out loud often enough. You don't need a villain to validate your unhappiness. Compatibility isn't measured by whether somebody is nice. It's measured by whether you feel connected, seen, alive inside the relationship. And when you stay because he's nice, not because you're fulfilled, you slowly start abandoning yourself. And that quiet resentment, that flatness, that emotional loneliness, it matters. You're allowed to want more than not bad. You're allowed to want alignment. You don't need to prove that it was bad. You just need to admit that it wasn't enough.
A lot of these modern women, whether you're a single mother or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all going to be the same, right? It's just that a lot of times single mothers they're a little bit more, some of these women, not all women, but some of these women, they're a little bit more, they have a heightened, and I understand it, a heightened awareness of the things that are going on around them, right? But even at that, you still have to audition for the man as well. A lot of times a lot of these modern women are like, well, a man has to audition for me. He has to do X, Y, and Z. He has to show me this, and this. And sometimes they be asking a man to do stuff that has nothing to do with dating or courting or anything. That's just what I wanted, right? So you have a lot of modern women out here. Well, I got to make sure that this is in line, and I'm a single mother, so I have standards, and my standards are even higher, and this and that. But really, honestly and truly, and this is why I mentioned it, you look at their standards, and really it's not really a higher standard. Sometimes it's just desperation. Sometimes it's just, I really need this. I really want this in my life. I really don't want to work anymore, right? So I need a man to make enough so I can take a step back. Well, do you plan on having any other kids? No. Well, what step back are you going to be taking? You don't plan on having any other kids. That's your kid. He'll come in and be a father figure, and be the man of the house. He doesn't need to pay for you. You don't need to become a stay-at-home mom. But they be asking for things. They be, I want more from this next relationship. And they be trying to put more pressure on a man to do stuff that they can actually do themselves. If they stop being lazy or stop wanting to be mentally lazy. Well, I want to do this now. No. You need to continue the stuff that you are doing and stop trying to find a man to dump all your problems on, whether it's financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You need to continue to handle your
Powerful women attract extremes. Let's talk about it. I had a client recently say to me, Ale, I feel like I only attract two types of men. Either it is the successful, ambitious, competent man that is emotionally unavailable, or the passive guy who's obsessed with me, but he has no ambition and no direction, and I end up feeling like the mother in my relationship, and I end up losing all respect for him. When you are a successful woman, your energy is polarizing. Now, to be successful and beautiful and fit and kind, now that can be incredibly triggering. Avoidant men, they crave your strength, but they resent your standards. They want to conquer you, not connect with you. The pushovers, on the other hand, they confuse the chemistry you guys have with comfort, and comfort often breeds complacency. Then it's not long until you feel like the mother in your relationship and you lose all respect for him. The man that you want, the one that's grounded, purposeful, who isn't threatened by your power and doesn't try and compete with you and kind of just loves that you're a firecracker, the reason why he hasn't come yet is not because you're asking for too much. It's because you are doing too much, trying to prove that you can do everything by yourself. This is where you need to learn how to receive with grace, compliments, favors, acts of service. None of this, I can pay for the bill myself. Oh, you just want to pay the bill because you want to sleep with me. Not every thought needs to be vocalized. Less chihuahua, more composure. And watch what happens.
No one talks about how intimacy affects everything in your marriage. And no, I don't just mean what happens in the sheets. I'm talking about the kind of intimacy that lets your body relax. The kind that makes you feel chosen, safe, seen, and supported. Because when intimacy feels strong, life feels different. Stress does not hit as hard. Confidence comes back. Motivation returns. You show up better, not just at home, but everywhere. A man who feels deeply loved stands taller. A woman that feels emotionally secure finally can breathe. Communication flows easier. Defensiveness softens. Arguments don't have the same grip. When intimacy is nurtured, resentment has a lot less room to grow. Marriage feels lighter, stronger, more connected. You stop surviving side by side and start building a life together. This is not about performance, it is about presence. It's choosing closeness in a world that constantly pulls marriages apart. Because when love feels safe, life feels possible. Intimacy creates momentum in marriage, and that momentum changes everything.
Most women think men decide commitment based on attraction. That's not true, and I'm about to explain how we actually decide. Men separate women into two categories way earlier than we admit: safe to stay or safe to enjoy. And here's the part nobody tells you: a man can really like you and still see you as not permanent. What decides it isn't how pretty you are, or how much you do for him, or how patient you are. It's how he feels when things go wrong. Men watch how a woman handles disappointments. Does she communicate? Does she explode? Does she express emotions or punish with silence? Does she hold boundaries or try to control? Because men don't fall in love through intensity, we fall in love through emotional safety. If a man feels like every mistake is a trial, he's not gonna commit, he's gonna retreat. And here's the hard truth: men don't leave when they stop liking you. They leave when they feel like they're constantly failing you. That's why some women do everything right and still don't get chosen. Not because they weren't enough, but because the relationship felt heavy instead of peaceful. Men don't chase perfection. We choose the place that we can breathe. So if you're always explaining your worth, overperforming for love, or shrinking yourself to keep someone, you're not building safety, you're building exhaustion. The right man doesn't need convincing. He recognizes peace and he feels it. And when a man feels safe, he stays. Peace and love. Like and follow.
True or false, marry a man who surrounds himself with marriage-minded friends.
100% true.
If you wouldn't want your son to be just like him, dump him.
Absolutely.
Get your education before getting married.
Yes.
Do not ignore a single red flag.
Absolutely, 100%. One red flag is too many.
Being married and lonely is 10,000 times worse than being single and lonely.
Absolutely.
There's nothing more unattractive than a man who does not put effort into pursuing you. I automatically get turned off if I notice that the guy I'm seeing is making more of an effort to like hang out with his friends or plan things with his friends than with me. And like obviously that just means he doesn't value me or he's just not that into me. I without a question want to be with someone who is thoughtful and will plan things with intention rather than just like, yeah, let's just hang out because I want to see you. Like, okay, that's nice, you want to see me, but like, what are we gonna do? I'm a very like active person. I love doing things. I love trying new restaurants. I love going to the beach. So it's like, if your idea of like a date is like going to someone's place and just hanging out there, like that is not for me. I also feel like you really get to know someone when you're out in public, like doing things and you're doing activities, because you see how they react and it's just like who they are. There's also nothing more that I want in life than to be like special and like feel valued, because like in the past I have not, and like I hate getting emotional about this, but it's such a real thing. There's a time where you like meet so many people in your life and they all act the same and you're just like, is anyone gonna treat me special? Like does anyone have it in them or like want to be with me enough that they'll go the extra mile to just like, I don't know, make me feel special? I don't know, I feel like a lot of girls can relate to this. I'm very emotional today, like I don't know why, but yeah. I'm like that SZA song, I wish I was special. And I'm talking about relationships because my friendships are perfect. I love my friends with every inch of my being. Like, to me, that is like one of the greatest loves that I will ever experience. And my longest relationship.
Never, ever, ever chase a woman. My brothers, Never try to build a case for a woman to stay with you, to go out with you. Never ask a woman multiple times to spend time with you. Never try to convince an existing woman to stay. If she wanders, let her go. This is very consistent with my thoughts of believe everything a woman does and nothing of what she says. Now, this applies to everybody, but I'm speaking to the men out here, being that the majority of my audience is men. Believe what she does, not what she says. That's super important for you to maintain your own sanity.
When you talk to young women, is they're often very confused by young men who are so prissy about asking them out as if they're attracted to them that they're not quite sure. Like I think he asked me on a date, but I'm not sure. He said it was just coffee. So it was like he asked me on a date at the same time. He said, but it's not really a date. Right. So I think some young men just, their confusion is that they've been told, or what they've heard is that to respect a woman is not to think of her as a potential erotic partner. But of course they think of her as an erotic partner. She's attractive. Well, that's an impossible place to be. And you've got to be willing to run the risk.
You know what you don't do enough? Give yourself enough credit for all of the work that you put into your relationship. See, you're so distracted, worried about your ex leaving, them possibly being happy with somebody new, how dirty they did you, that you don't think about how you were being a good person to someone who likely didn't even deserve half of the shit you did. Like, think about how many times you were forgiving for a situation you should have freaked the out about. How many things you let slide on the strength that you could hopefully work through together. How much effort you put into planning birthdays, holidays, special occasions, just because. The type of loyalty you showed despite having 1,000 opportunities to betray their trust, all because love, right? It makes you choose the individual over the temptation, the love over the argument about the dumb. But now you feel like it has you looking stupid. Nah, that's all a fabrication in your mind, convincing yourself that you weren't good enough, when in fact, you might have been too good to somebody who clearly never valued the compassion and pure-hearted love that you gave them in the first place.
He moved on immediately. He started dating and he seems happy. He does exactly those things that you wanted him to do with you. The dinners, the trips, the attention. It makes you feel that he never cared about you. But here's the truth. Men handle loss differently because men have never learned how to sit with the pain. For him, heartbreak equals failure. So he looks for a quick way to win again, to prove that he's still wanted. But trust me, he's not fine. He's just distracted. Months later, when the silence settles and there's no one left to impress, that's when it will hit him. That's when he realizes what he had. But pride will keep him from reaching out, and fear for another loss will make him stay exactly where he is. So he's stuck between what he wants and between what he can't face. And the one who got away is the woman who's left behind. Because a woman faces the pain a man runs from. And that gives a woman the freedom to move forward when she is ready.
The thing, girls love to complain that guys don't make the first move anymore, whether that be on a dating app like Cuffed, Hinge, Raya, or at Trader Joe's or at Equinox. Just aren't approaching girls in public like they used to. Okay, stick with me on this though. A guy will have the balls to actually approach a girl in public, and the girl will be like a straight up. It's like over like stupid reasons, like they don't think he's cute. And listen, I'm not saying you have to give every guy your number that approaches you, but I think we need to remember to like respect also a human. Overall, if you want men to be comfortable approaching women in public again, you have to be nicer to them. Just think, if you're to him and shoot him down and like his morale, then he's never going to approach another girl in public again. It's a systemic issue for men not having the confidence to approach women in public. And there's pink jobs and then there's blue jobs. I think a blue job is approaching a woman in public and like courting her. But to y'all, I wouldn't want to approach a girl like that. I didn't know. That is scary. So food for thought. Let me know what you think.
Every man says, I just want a woman who gives me peace. But a lot of men forget a woman's peace is usually a reflection of how he treats her. You want a soft tough woman, stop giving her hard things to heal from. No woman wakes up nagging. Yeah. She becomes difficult after being ignored 15 times. She becomes cold after loving you through storms you created and never apologized for. You want a peaceful home, but you lie, gaslight, disappear, and then call her crazy when she doesn't feel safe. A peaceful woman is usually a woman who feels secure when she doesn't have to beg for respect. You don't get to break her and then complain she's not soft anymore. Yeah. Be the kind of man who makes her nervous system relax, not the one who makes her stomach drop every time your phone lights up. Right. Because the right woman will gladly give you peace. A woman in love will match your energy if you're not the reason she keeps losing hers. Yeah. If you give stability, she'll give softness.
You want to know why men over 40 don't date? I'll tell you why. It's because society raised women to commit to careers, shopping, and hot girl summers, not husbands. And now the men who were once ignored, rejected, and overlooked are watching rebellion backfire and choosing peace over problems. Let's get one thing straight. This ain't about men being better. This ain't about men being weak. This is about men getting wise, men protecting their peace, and men finally realizing what marriage really costs when you choose a woman who ain't built for order, purpose, or submission. And if you're one of those women ready to say, well, maybe he just can't handle a strong woman, sit tight. Because the truth is, he didn't lose interest in you. He gained clarity. The first reason, here's the part women can't stand. Men are realizing their peace is more valuable than your presence. I'm gonna say that again. Men are realizing their peace is more valuable than your presence. So why invite chaos into a house that's already quiet, clean, and under control? A man with structure doesn't chase drama just because he's lonely. He protects his peace like it's gold.
So it's been a little over a year since my last breakup, and the last time I've been on a date was the last August, like an actual date. And people ask me like, oh, like, why don't you have a man? Like, blah, blah, blah. The reality is, if I'm not satisfied with myself, I cannot be happy in a relationship no matter how great the guy is. Like, you know, my ex, my last, like perfect on paper, but I wasn't satisfied with my career or where I was at within myself. And it was just seeping into a relationship. Like I was unhappy with myself. Therefore, in my brain, I was like, oh, I'm unhappy with this person. But that wasn't the truth, you know? And so it doesn't matter if I meet someone and we click and it's amazing. Like if I don't have a solid foundation within myself, then it's not gonna work out for me. Like that's just the type of person I am. Like I have to work on myself first and get where I wanna be in life, like within my career, myself, before I can fully commit to someone and have it be a happy and healthy relationship. And that's just the truth.
If you're married and you flirt with other people, it's not harmless. It's a symptom of insecurity. Psychology confirms that people with insecure attachment are far more likely to seek external validation through flirting and emotional affairs. And this reveals a consistent correlation between attachment insecurity and extramarital behaviors. Every flirt isn't just playful. It's you feeding a needy part that craves attention, reassurance, and proof that you're still desirable. You're quietly telling yourself, I'm not enough unless somebody else confirms it. And you're telling your spouse, you alone aren't enough for me. This slow betrayal erodes trust, intimacy, and your own self-respect. And secure people don't need to test the waters. They choose their partner daily because their worth is anchored inside, not borrowed from strangers. Flirting while married is not confidence, it's fragility. And if you're struggling with this first, own it. Recognize that you have a problem, then fix the root of the problem with honesty and work and effort. Your marriage and your dignity deserve better than scraps from outsiders, so book a call with me if you want me to teach you how to do it. The link is in my bio.
Listen, there's a very important social experiment happening right here on TikTok, and I think all of us girlies need to be aware of the social experiment that's happening. Because, my God. So there's a creator on here called Bree Comedy Skits, and she dresses like a stud and approaches straight men, well, seemingly straight men in the grocery store. But the part that's very interesting, the part that has me intrigued, is that she's getting their numbers. They aren't turning her down. They like that mannish look. And listen, she's a very pretty girl, but the package, she's stepping to them like What up, G? You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, there's a quiet part to all this that nobody wants to say, but I'm gonna say it. Do men want men? Is that what they're interested in? You like the mannish look? Listen, if the answer is no, then explain to me what it is that made these men give her their numbers. What is it? I want to know. I'm just curious. Call me Curious George.
Listen, women, if his best isn't good enough for you, please leave that man alone. Okay? He's not a bad guy. You're not asking for too much, but staying while quietly resenting him for not being able to meet your expectations is not fair to either of you, right? A lot of people think the kinder thing to do is to stay because they can see the effort or because they can see the intention or because they know that person cares, so they convince themselves to make it work. But what often happens instead is resentment, because every time that person falls short of what you need, of course you're going to feel disappointed. And every time they feel that disappointment from you, they start to feel like they're failing you. And so that nobody deserves to feel like the person they love is constantly disappointed in who they are. So living with the feeling that you're always falling short for someone you care about, I think, is its own kind of heartbreak. Here's the part they don't want to tell you, but I will. You will start editing your expectations down just to keep the peace. And they will start feeling pressure just to keep you from leaving. So now one person is unfulfilled and the other person feels inadequate, and neither of you is actually being met where you are, right? This is not a relationship that is growing. This is two people slowly shrinking inside of it, right? Compatibility isn't just about effort. It's about whether what one person needs and what the other person can give actually meet somewhere in the middle. And when they don't, you have a choice, right? You can stay and slowly resent them for their limits, or you can be honest about the mismatch, because appreciating someone's effort doesn't mean you owe them a relationship. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for both people is to accept that their best and your needs don't live in the same house, because someone's best shouldn't have to live under constant disappointment.
And you also have to look at the one-sided effort and modern women not reciprocating, right? Because, they'll say, well, where are the men at? Why can't I find a man to do X, Y, and Z? Or why is a man not talking to me? How come I can't find a man to do this, this, and this? I'm a provider, and all of the list of things that they always want. I can't find that. Well, actually, you can, because once again, the men are everywhere. You just don't notice them because you're looking for, honestly and truly, we probably don't call it this, but a genie is what you're looking for. You're looking for a man to come in and just wipe away all your problems. Okay, with my first wish, I want you to wipe away all my problems and put me in my soft girl era, and I don't want to have any problems ever again. That's actually 3 wishes. But modern women would probably argue a genie down and say, well, that's 1 wish because I said it all in one breath. No, the first wish would have been me wiping your slate clean. All the problems that you have, me wiping that. You want to be put into your soft girl era? That's another wish. And you saying, I want no problems ever again? That's a 3rd wish. So you've actually effectively used all your wishes. No, but because I said it, and like I said, they try to argue you down. That's what modern women do to men. And this is why men just end up opting out and they end up leaving. Because a modern woman will sit up there and argue a man down when a man be dead right about something. This woman is dead wrong. But because the way they see it and what their interpretation is, they'll continue living their life in that way, right? And that's how you have one-sided effort and no reciprocity. Because a modern woman will sit up there and argue, man, no, this is the bare minimum. I deserve this, 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 and this. And a man is like, that's not the bare minimum. I bought you a car. Well, that's what my man should be doing. I'm not your man, though. I'm not your man. Well, that's something that you decided to do. Right, because I wanted to show you that I really liked you. Well, nobody asked you to do that. Regardless if anybody asked me to do it, I still did it. I bought you the car, and you're not showing any signs of being grateful. And so when I pull back and say, okay, you know what, you can have the car, or you know what, I pay for your nails, whatever, take your little nails and go on about my business, about your business. Modern women, they don't realize they actually messed up a good opportunity. And if a man has paid for your car or paid your rent or paid any type of bill for you, and that's actually a genuine man, you just messed up your bag because of your bad attitude. That's why a lot of men opt out, because I know my effort is not going to be rewarded. I know she really don't like me, and all of the stuff that I'm doing for her is not going to be reciprocated at all.